Zach and Fatima. Fatima and Zach. Zach and Fatima. Thank God, thank God, thank God y'all got y'all goofy asses together by the end of the episode because the way they started this episode, y'all, I was just like, no ma'am, no ma'am. We're not gonna be able to do it. We're really not gonna be able to do it. I thought the Tyler Perry was about to break up Zatima, which makes absolutely no sense because they have a green light for their own spinoff, y'all. Zatima, the series, will be coming to BET Plus. The first season will have 10 episodes. I'm actually making a video about that. So jump down in the description box after you finish watching this video and check that video out because I'm breaking it down with all of the characters from the actual audition posting that was put up and the information that I have so that y'all can get the tea on our favorite sisters couple. But before I get to the hunky dory happy yay yay yay, they done got it together by the end of the episode. Let's talk about why they were tripping at the beginning of the episode. The episode opened up and we get to see Zach walk in to Fatima's house. She is cooking and trying to distract herself and all of that. That's cute. Okay, girl. Zach does start it, right? Zach starts it. He literally lies and says, you know, I told her that I loved her and I want to be with her, and Karen is always going to be Karen, and I slept with her. And like they literally just kept from there. Fatima, I'm gonna give you credit, girl, because you were actually doing okay up until Zach said that he slept with her. Then that's when she pulled the gloves off, and it was just like, okay, no, nope, we ain't gonna be able to do this. That's fine. Your bags are packed over there. Just best believe that once you're gone, before you even get to wherever you're going, there'll be somebody else sitting here eating with me, girl. You ain't even had to say all that, but I get it. Y'all was fighting, and you wasn't finna lose. They literally take so many shots at each other, trying to one up each other on the levels of disrespect, trying to one up each other on the levels of dismissal, both acting like they don't love each other. And it's given childish. It's given ghetto. It's given y'all both deserve happiness, but y'all are being stupid. And it's all literally happening because Fatima did the little setup for Hayden, and Hayden sent the audio clip to Zach of the part where she is saying, "Oh, Zach ain't." He ain't got no money. He broke. I just be filling his head up. And instead of, communicating like adults, instead of, actually having a conversation like two people within a relationship, he doesn't even let on to that and decides to go down this road of I'm going back to Karen, and she decides to fall for it. So she ain't tell him about Hayden, and he ain't tell her about the audio. But thank God they actually find out about it by the end of the episode. So fast forward to the very end of the episode, Andi, hello ridiculous, want to be drunk behind. I'm so over Andi and this whole will she won't she with Robin and Gary. Girl, make a decision and move on because at this point I don't feel nothing for Andi anymore. I'm just kind of like, okay, we're gonna watch her, we're gonna watch her. But Andi calls Fatima to the bar, checking in with her, and it happens to be the same hotel that what Zach is in because he ran into Andi early in the episode. And she tells him like, yo, Zach is upstairs. And of course, Fatima, like the real she is, goes upstairs and tries to check the room. And Zach is trying to lean into this whole lie about, oh, I got a girl here and you can't come in. Nah, all that. And then Fatima gets to the bottom of it, asks him questions. Did you sleep with her? No, he did not. Of course, she knew about the salon already. That already happened. Blah, 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 blah. He tells her about the voicemail. See, Sarah, you didn't even have to go through all these changes throughout this episode had you actually communicated from the top. And then you get to see how really deeply into each other they are and how happy they are. And also in this episode, we get to find out that Zach is a millionaire now. His stocks are still performing beautifully well. So we get a nice little buttoned up moment by the end of the episode where Zach is like, I'm about to have some rich sex. Ow, ow. And, we love to see it. I'm happy for you, do your thing. And to me, that was the main part of the whole episode. That's the thing that we really need to focus in on. We went into it with the cliffhanger of like, yo, is the team are really going to come to a quits in this episode? And I'm so glad they were able to turn it around quickly versus being like dragging this out throughout episodes like Tyler Perry tends to do, right? So it started at the top, ended at the end, and that's it, that's all. Now, we did get to see more from the actual sisters, but that is the biggest part of the episode that I needed to see and I felt happy about. Everything else was just kind of like, okay. But so Andi, I'm not really going to go into, aside from the fact that by the end of the episode, she goes home and Gary is about to, you know what, with her, and then realizes that her underwear is on backwards. One, the time in between that whole thing was like way too quick. It's like, sir, you did not figure that out. And like, what? How can you even tell? How? But whatever. This is going to be the thing that actually starts them to arguing again because he apologized for the therapist, tells her about how he fired the therapist, yada yada yada, and that's all good. But now they got beef because he knows that she was trying to sleep with somebody else. Whether she did it or not, her underwear is on backwards, so that means she at least initiated it. And you know, by golly, Miss Molly, she should have. That's it. That's all. Sabrina is struggling with all that Calvin has told her, and we get to see Calvin more so in this episode actually talking to Maurice about it. And Maurice is actually on Sabrina's side in this case of like, yo, you disclose all of this stuff to her. And then he also has questions too, as a gay man, of like, well, why don't you just date men if you like penetration in this way, whatever, whatever. Why don't you just do that? And he's standing 10 toes down and he's not gay. He wants to do it with women and all of that. Personally, I'm still standing behind the idea that Sabrina and Calvin are just not sexually compatible. I don't know if they're relationship compatible. And Sabrina, there are plenty of other men in the sea, sis. You can let this one go. You do not have to fight for him. You do not have to stay here. You do not have to feel like you're less than or incapable of pleasing this man because he got all of this other stuff going on. And it's very interesting how their narrative has shifted because it literally went from him trying to prove to Sabrina that he was this thing in reference to a man, and now she's going into this whole thing with her mind of like proving to him or getting to a place where she can be in this relationship and I guess prove to him that she can hold them down sexually. And it's like, I don't want to see any of that, but okay. Danny has a little moment with Preston in this episode, and he does what he came to do and it gets up on out of there. And now she got an attitude about it, and we are over it, Danny. You wanted that man up out your house. You said y'all was moving too fast. Do not be getting jealous now because he's staying with his cousin who's a woman. Do not be getting mad now because once y'all finish, he's up and out because that's what you said you wanted, honey. Now the man give you what you wanted, and now you're looking like, oh, I don't want that no more. You are making us look bad, sis. This is what they say about women. You are what they be saying about us, and you gonna have to cut it out. But Fatima won in this episode, so I ain't even tripping. The other thing that I will say that is very important from this episode, which I thought was beautiful, but a lot of people gonna jump down in the comments and act a fool and try to debate with me, which I ain't arguing with you, and y'all can go ahead and debate somebody else because I don't care. What I think is what I think. But Karen goes to meet up with Aaron in this episode, and she winds up running out the bar after being overwhelmed with emotion and just can't process it. And I love that she's just articulating everything that's going on with her. Like, while she doesn't do it immediately, he kind of has to drag it out of her, but she literally says before she runs out of the restaurant that she is a wreck. And I think that that's beautiful. A lot of people are looking at it like, she just needs to move on and she just got to let go and this and that. This is the process. This is the thing that your female friends or your sisters or your cousins don't tell you when we fall in love and then things don't go well and we have to go ahead and separate. This is all of what is happening when you don't see them, when they disappear for a bit, when they go low key. This is literally it. You are a wreck. You are a mess. You're trying to figure out if 2 plus 2 still equal 4. You're literally just a ball of emotions, and I love that we're actually getting to see it, and I love that she's actually articulating it. And honestly, Aaron is redeeming himself in the way that he's showing up for her in this moment because it takes a very, very strong man to support a woman in the process of separating, untying, unraveling feelings from a man, another man that she was in love with. That takes a special type of strong man, and that's what he's showing up, and that's what he's doing. So I think that that was very, very important. We don't get too much of it in the episode. We get just enough. And I know that Karen ain't everybody's fave, but I definitely had to mention it because personally, I think what Zach and Fatima got going on, and then what Karen has going on, are the strongest storylines actually happening on Sisters right now in season 3, and we love to see it. I am a Karen empathizer. I'm gonna stay a Karen empathizer, and if you don't feel it, that's fine. You can let me know in the comment section down below, but just keep it respectful. That's my full breakdown of Sisters episode 18 from a woman. It's your girl Erica Vane. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Turn on your bell notification so that you don't miss any of my Sisters videos as I drop new ones every single week. And also, again, go in the comment section. Let me know what you thought. I'm going to reply to you. I'm going to see you in my next Sisters video. Bye.